Hey, this is Terry from fiberscope.net. Today we're looking at our Inspector HD pole camera unit. This will be the same as our Cyclops HD pole camera unit. They're great for all types of inspections in manholes, diesel tanks, areas that have hazardous materials. Also, you can use them for police and security inspections, customs, border patrol, buildings, if you want to go up and look at ducts, if you want to look underneath things, large trucks or cars. All those types of applications are available for something like this. This configuration that we have right now, you're looking at a 16-foot maximum expandable pole. There are longer lengths that are available or will be available later this year. You also have an interchangeable camera head. So right now we have the 10x optical zoom camera head, which is full HD 1080p. It'll have built-in LED lights, so all of that's included. We also offer thermal cameras, IR light cameras, higher zoom, so 30x optical zoom. A couple things to note. This pole system is built in with an electronic motorized tip articulation. So the camera head will actually swing 120 degrees each way. When the camera is aligned in a certain position, you might have your image sideways. So you can also pivot the camera on its actual joint as well. So once the camera is screwed in with the locking nut, you can actually see that there's a white dot that aligns which way you're looking. If you push the camera in more, you can actually rotate it so that it's in a slightly different position and then use the motorized articulation as well. So there's a couple different ways that you can set this up so that you're getting the optimal image in the right frame that you want it to. For the poles, carbon fiber pole, these units are all made in New York, so great solid American build quality. Just extends out, lock it down. You don't have to worry about it slipping around or sliding on you. And then you have the full ability to move it around and position it as you need to. And then just re-secure it, and away you go. That being said, camera heads, pole systems up to kind of where the joint is for the handle, they're all waterproof. Technically they're waterproof to 50 feet of pressure, but you're not normally going to insert them that deep because the poles are only usually 16 feet to 24, 30 feet. Looking at the handle end, when you're connecting, you'll see that there's white dots that you can align. So you'll basically just screw this into the connection. You could use different lengths of pole if you wanted to, but for the most part, you'll just have one sort of setup. This is the electronic handle. It'll control your zoom. If you have a camera head that has the optical zoom built into it, your LED lights, position of the camera head, and then also your image capture and video capture, which is all done wirelessly to a tablet. There is the option to connect a USB if you want to run a direct line to your tablet, if you're having interference from overhead power lines or something else. There is the capability to wire it in as well. The battery for the system is in the handle. Regular battery, you're usually looking at up to 6 hours of use. There is the option to get an XL battery pack, which basically just adds roughly an extra 3 to 5 hours. So some of the variants that you're going to have is if your LED lights are on full brightness, if you have additional things running, if you're recording video the entire time, stuff like that's going to impact your battery life. For the most part, if you've got the LEDs at half, you're going to be looking at usually 7 to 7.5 hours, and then with the XL battery, probably 9, a little bit more. Power button's just on here, so you'll turn that on. For the tablet, there's two options, a 5-inch or a larger 10-inch tablet. For this system, we have the 10-inch, so we'll turn that on as well. Typically just a hand mount if you want to hold it. You can usually mount it to a vest on your chest as well, or you can set it up for different inspection areas. The 5-inch tablet is going to be a little bit smaller, still also a rugged unit that can survive a drop for about 3 or 4 feet, but there is the option to mount the 5-inch onto the pole so you can look at it directly as you're holding it. The way that the tablet works typically is that you'll have a listing of devices and then you can switch between devices. So if you have a couple different poles and you have one tablet on your site, you can switch between which pole you want to view the image on. With the Wi-Fi connections, typically you can also connect a smartphone or an additional tablet if you just want to view the live image when you're on site. So if you want a couple people to look at something or take a picture, you can do that. So right now, it's connected to the handle. Press on this, it'll connect in, and you'll see the live image on the screen right away. With the pole system, we can articulate the head. So we can get that to do its thing, and then we can also control the zoom. And the zoom is just going to allow us to go, in this case, 10 times optically right into something. So you can see right now we're at 10. Plus you have an additional digital that'll take you up to 80 times. There is the option, if you hold both zoom keys down, to switch between manual focus and autofocus. So right now it's set to autofocus. You can control it yourself. So if you're looking at something that's close up to this system, you can decide what you want to focus on. The other option too, on the tablet, you've got some controls as well. So here, you can also switch between near focus or far focus, portrait or mountain basically. You can control the brightness up and down of the image from the LED lights in the front. And then you've also got zoom controls in here too. So you can control the zoom in and out, or sorry, the zoom in and out right now, or you can control the movement of the pole as well. So if we do this, you'll see that the pole will just adjust wirelessly using the monitor. And then with the zoom function as well, you can choose to take this in or out if you wanted to. The other thing too, obviously, image capture captures a snapshot. It'll save it to the gallery on the tablet. You can access that just by going to the home button and then opening up the gallery. You can also do video capture, just in the bottom right corner. It'll start recording and it'll tell you that it's recording and have a countdown for time. You can also control those on the handle. So over here, video control on the handle, you'll see on the monitor, red square is working and you've got your time counting down. And then you just click to stop it. It'll save the file. Same thing with a snapshot, button on the handle, captures the picture. And again, you can control the focus as well. Inside the case, you're going to have a few accessories. So you'll basically have charger for the batteries, so you can recharge the batteries. Position for the tablet, there'll be your manual connection cables. This is going to be your USB hardwire in, so you can attach this to the pole section, plug it into the tablet if you want to have a wired connection that's more stable. Also, if you want to charge the tablet off of the battery and run it from the handle, you can do that too. You've also got your power cables, power adapters, and there's a pole support system that we include with our setup. The pole support system is basically just going to attach onto the pole section. You'll tighten it down, and what it's going to do is give you a safe area where you can lower the pole maximally down to the ground and have it hit something and rest on that, so you're not going to damage your camera head. It also, you can have it set up so that when the camera head swings, you also know it's not going to hit into something because the pole will have it set up in a certain stance. So anything else, you can always contact us. The products will be online. We can always send you quotes. If you have any questions, let us know.